Cool. Morning, Dasties. Just the Aussie contingent today because our fellow US brethren are on holidays. Shall we go through the agenda? Cool. So Seth mentions about the holiday and permission to record the meeting has been granted to everyone, although thank you both for nominating me for doing the recording. I just wanted to highlight too that we had one of the best, or at least the biggest releases we ever had. So we released yesterday, so Monday Australian time, and there's a whole heap of points in the release, which is really cool. It's nice to actually see us kicking goals.
On that, so a while ago, I remember someone saying something about how the DAST releases would be changing, because we don't seem to have changed anything. We're just releasing whenever. But I remember we were gonna. Do you remember that?
No.
Maybe it's just a dream that I had.
Do you know what? Do you know what kind of changes?
It was going to come more in line with the Rails code. Let's put it. I'll look around for it now. Maybe I'll bring it up next week.
I think there was something about releasing in tandem with the Rails code. I don't remember what the reason was. It might have been related to the offline work, but maybe releasing to analyzers / DAST was a mitigation for that, but I don't remember.
Possibly. So we don't need to change anything then?
Not that I know of.
Cool. Okay.
That release too. So that release was a change too, because it released to security products / DAST and security products / analyzers / DAST. Skipping ahead, I guess, but so when we release Docker images to 2 places, but we create a release only in security products / DAST. Do you guys know what I mean by the release page? It's the
one's linked.
Is it linked?
On point 2, you've got V114, but just before that.
Yeah. So point 4 in our agenda is basically a question about whether you think we should build a release for the other project where we now deploy our images. Because in theory, we could do that in our scripts fairly easy as well. And that may help the migration if we plan to move our repository to that place.
I don't really understand the pros and the cons of moving it.
Well, I think it's moving. Like, I think that decision was made kind of at a secure stage level, because the goal is to make downloading all of secure images easy, and particularly for offline installations. So they added this environment variable like secure images prefix or something, which points to the security products analyzers directory, which is why DAST had to move into there. But so the theory is if we come to the point where we have to migrate all our code to that place as well, we may have to create the releases for the past. But the thinking is that if we actually just change our release scripts now to create releases in both places, it will make the migration easier.
Okay.
But that's okay. I'll get feedback from Seth and others. We don't have to make a decision now. And the only other point I wanted to raise is that, so there was an issue that came up in one of the issues I was working on, which is about showing the request and the response in the security dashboard and on the merge request widget, which basically shows request and response headers. Some of these headers may contain secrets, such as the authorization token, which is basically the authentication. So the process I went through to make sure that that was okay to show on the page from a security point of view is just talking to product, and AppSec basically came in and raised their hand and said, you need to talk to us too. So I just thought I'd share that with everyone in case you go through the same, or you have the same kind of scenario.
So who is Who's AppSec? Is it Dennis?
I think Dennis is on it. I have a feeling Isaac is on it too.
Right.
But I don't know who else. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if we find a security flaw with GitLab, then ping those guys as well.
It's more that if you're building a feature and you think that the feature you're building is introducing a security concern, so I would okay it with product. So Derek is obviously our point of contact on that, but
Yeah.
just make sure that the AppSec team are involved.
Cool.
Cool. And that's our agenda. Do you guys want to say anything, add anything, communicate anything?
Nothing from me. Maybe I'll mention, so the Kubernetes runners, Cam, I think you were looking into the when it logs which image it's going to pull down, it doesn't include the version. I looked into that yesterday. So if you see any more bugs around that, I don't think it's a problem. I think it's just a login issue with the Kubernetes runner, which I've created a bug for.
So you were able to run DAST using a Kubernetes runner?
Yes.
Okay, well that's good to know.
I found the bug code in the runner code, so okay. I'm pretty sure it's that.
Perfect. I know who to ask now if ever there's another Kubernetes problem.
Please no.
Cool. Anything else? Easy peasy. I shall stop the recording.